This is the story of Ethan Ward, a 29-year-old accountant who lived alone in a rented apartment in California, near the Wakad IT Park area. He worked at a mid-sized software company called Lighten Systems, handling financial reports for overseas clients. His life was simple. Numbers, spreadsheets, deadlines, and long hours staring at the glow of his laptop screen. He had recently moved into a new apartment on the 6th floor of an old building called Krishna Residency. The place was quiet. Too quiet. The kind of quiet that made the hum of a ceiling fan sound like thunder at night. He liked it that way, or at least he thought he did. It started on a Tuesday night. Ethan was working late as usual. His balcony curtains were drawn shut because the streetlights outside flickered constantly, and that light annoyed him while working. At around 1:30 a.m., he stretched, yawned, and walked toward the window to close the latch. That's when he noticed something strange. Through the thin gap between the curtains, it looked like someone was standing outside. At first he thought it might be a reflection, maybe his own. But when he leaned closer, he saw it clearly. A shadow, darker than the night itself, tall and still, pressed against the glass from the other side. He froze. There was no balcony outside that window, only a narrow ledge, not even enough for a cat to stand on. Ethan stepped back immediately and pulled the curtain shut. His heartbeat was hammering. He told himself it was a trick of the light, maybe a reflection from a passing vehicle. But the next night, it happened again. This time, the power went out for a few seconds. The kind of silent blackout that makes you aware of your own breathing. And when the power came back, the curtains were moving, as if someone had just brushed past them. He didn't open them. The following morning, he called the building's security guard, Samuel, and asked if anyone had been outside his window. Samuel laughed. "Sir, how can anyone go there? There's no balcony, just a wall and open air. Maybe your shadow only." Ethan didn't argue, he just nodded and went back upstairs. That night, he kept all the lights on. He even placed a small mirror on the table facing the window, so he could see the curtain's reflection without turning around. Around 2:12 a.m., as he typed away at his laptop, something moved in the mirror. The curtains shifted. Not from wind, from pressure, as if someone was gently pressing from behind the fabric. Ethan slowly turned, and just for a split second he saw the outline of a hand pushing through the curtain. Long fingers, thin and crooked. Then it vanished. The next day at work, Ethan looked exhausted. His colleague, Ryan, asked what was wrong. He told him everything. The shadow, the movement, the feeling of someone watching. Ryan smirked. "Bro, you're working too much. That floor of yours is half empty. Maybe you're just spooking yourself." But when Ethan got home that night, something new awaited him. A note had been slid under his door. It read, in shaky handwriting, "Stop looking at the window." There was no signature. No one in the building admitted to sending it. That night, Ethan recorded the entire room on his phone camera, placing it on his desk before sleeping. At 3:03 a.m., the footage caught something. The curtain moved again. But this time, a dark shape slowly formed beneath it, like a figure crouching right at the base of the window, its outline twisting unnaturally. And for one brief second, two white circles, like eyes, reflected in the glass before disappearing. The next morning, Ethan showed the clip to Ryan. Ryan turned pale. "Where's your apartment again?" he asked. "6th floor," Ethan replied. "Why?" "Because I saw the same thing 2 years ago on the 5th. Ryan explained that the previous tenant, a man named Daniel, had once complained about someone knocking on his window every night. No one believed him. One morning, Daniel was found dead inside his apartment, window shut, door locked from the inside. The police ruled it a heart attack. That evening, Ethan came home early. He checked the window carefully. Sealed edges, no openings, no balcony. Still, the curtain swayed ever so slightly. He thought of leaving the lights on again, but decided against it. He wanted to see what would happen if he pulled them open. At 3:09 a.m., his phone's front camera recorded the last thing it ever would, the sound of slow footsteps, the whisper of curtains sliding open, and Ethan's terrified voice saying softly, "Who's there?" followed by silence. Then, a faint scraping sound, like nails dragging across glass. When the building security checked his apartment the next day, the door was locked from inside. The laptop was still open. The curtains were torn in half. On the wall near the window, written faintly in dust, were 4 words, "Stop looking at me." And on the outer wall, 6 floors high, they found long black smears like something had crawled down into the darkness.